Well, the influence behind the Model Cities documentary that I had released in 2006 was actually the Model Cities Expo, which was held the first, well, its first one that was held in August 25th of 1972. Now, incidentally, what a lot of people don't know because they don't really focus on that documentary as much as they do build is the fact that the Model Cities documentary actually, I actually started planning and developing that documentary in 2001. Matter of fact, basically the way that it happened was that I was doing some research for something else, and I can't quite remember what it was. I was researching as I was researching. I was at the Buffalo Downtown Library looking in the microfilm section, and I was looking through some old Challenger articles, and I just happened to stumble across a a write up and a complete photographic spread on the Model Cities Expo that they held at the 1490 Community Service Center. And I remember looking at those photos, and of course, keep in mind this is on microfilm, so you're not gonna get the best images. They're pretty much and it's already black and white as it is, but you're gonna get the images are going to be even more darker and blurry as you're looking at it on microfilm. But from the little that I could make out of it, it seemed really, really fascinating to me. And I decided it was at that point that I decided to look a little deeper into the Model Cities piece. Now I had a little bit of knowledge of Model Cities as before I really, really seriously embarked on doing it as a documentary. Um, I remember, as I was researching it, I had a knowledge that it was about programs, and it was this governmental agency that was put together by President Lyndon Baines Johnson, and it went all through, over the country in various African American communities, and it was basically designed to set up a number of different programs in different areas such as public safety, health, education, economic development. The list goes on and on. And many programs in Buffalo that grew out of that Model Cities agency were programs that we came to know for years and years and years, such as the Ram Van, such as the old Langston Hughes Institute, which started out as being the Langston Hughes Center for the Visual and the Performing Arts. Uh, Other organizations like the Watu Center, the Black Dance Workshop, the Black Drama Workshop. It really had the Council on Culture. It really had its biggest impact, I think, in the Black cultural arts community, I would say. Um, but going back to the expo, I was really, really fascinated by just the imagery of it. And when you look at the documentary, you will see that it will be explained to you that the purpose of that expo, it was set up first of all a number of years after Model Cities had already been established in Buffalo. Model Cities was established in Buffalo in early 1967, the same year that the Build organization was established, the same year that the riot of 1967 took place that summer in the month of June. So, pretty active year. And that expo didn't take place until like 1972. And it was a chance of a way of introducing all of the programs to the community. And So everybody was required to set up different booths inside the 1490 enterprises. And the way they set up the booth was very, very unique as you look at a lot of the photographs. And those photographs were provided to me by Dr. Catherine Collins, who was the coordinator of that Model Cities Expo. And she was also, incidentally, part of the health and the public health and safety com- arm of Model Cities as well. And I just remember you look at many of those pictures, and they're so fascinating. They reek of just that 1970s black culture. You see the red, black, and green. You see the different colors and the dashikis and the afros and the bell bottoms. One of my favorite photographs, and I personally think it's one of the most significant, important photographs, is from the Black Dance Workshop. You got three individuals. You got a brother on the drums, and then you got these two sisters with their fists in the air. And that I think that picture, that image, more than anything else, is what stands out the best from that Model Cities Expo. Um, they had it for 2 years, at least to my knowledge. It might have been a third year. I might be mistaken. If I'm mistaken, I can certainly be corrected on that. But I do know that they had it for 2 years in 1972 and in 1973, both at the 1490 1490 Jefferson Community Service Center. I want to make sure I'm describing it correctly. And they also had a parade, which went down Jefferson Avenue. So it's kind of funny to me when I look at that. I would almost dare say it almost was a precursor to a degree, not fully, but to a small degree, a precursor to what would happen several years later in 1976, which would be the Juneteenth Festival. So that was almost Juneteenth, before Juneteenth, with the booths. They weren't really vendors. They weren't really selling anything. They were promoting their programs. It was information booths. But you had the booths at the 1490 Enterprise in 1490 Jefferson Community Service Center, 1490 Enterprises, same thing pretty much. But it was just like I said, it was very, very fascinating to look at to look through the photos, because especially the color photos, because the black and white photos really don't do it justice. But as I just remember, after looking at those photographs, that just clinched it for me. I just said to myself, man, I got to do something on this. Um, Model City did not get the attention completely that Build got, or any of the other, or 67 is getting. But it over the years, it has, you know garnered the attention of other people who have studied Model Cities programs, throughout the years, throughout their people's college experiences. Just like Bill, I've consulted with many and sat down with many college students that have done theses and dissertations on community building and the Model Cities program and other anti-poverty programs. So it was really Model Cities was it was really one it was really one of my favorite projects to do, and it really was nice to delve into the you look at the Model Cities film. It it goes into different it's like it's like a culmination of almost like a how do I want to describe it, kind of like a petri dish of short stories, short narratives about the Employment Information Center, the Ram Van, which was told by Bill Miles, who was the brains behind the Ram Van. the Expo, of course, the Echo Food Co-op, one of the earliest supermarket efforts to be launched in the city of Buffalo. That was told by my dearly departed Masonic, late great Masonic brother, uh, William, past Master William West. God bless him. And it was just a really great project that I remember it being. Um, the Model Cities Expo was one of those, just one of those great Buffalo memories that even though I like to look back on it, even though I obviously was not there, I was in the world. I was about 2 years, about like a year old at the time, about to be a year old at that time, and about the following month in September. But it was definitely one of those great, significant memories in the city of Buffalo.